Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to become a successful trader in Red Dead Online, and certainly how you can become super rich, fast, and easy. So this is one of the 3 Frontier Pursuit roles that Rockstar introduced today, and when you load into Red Dead Online for the first time, you'll actually need to go to the post office in order to start this, and you will need to look for a letter from Crips. And it says an invitation to discuss business opportunities. So you need to end up getting that letter, and the game will tell you to read the letter from Crips, and to progress the trader role, hold obviously right on the D-pad in order to read it. And this is what the letter says. My friend, I need to talk to you urgently about a business proposition. A good one this time, I promise. Forget my latrine saddle idea. If I ever mention that, because I finally found the golden ticket. Something lucrative and almost legitimate by my standards that plays to both of our strengths. I don't want to put too much in writing, so I'll explain further when I see you. I've gone into town to pick up a few bits and pieces. Can you meet me at the general store there as soon as possible? Please hurry. Trust me when I say this is an opportunity you won't want to pass up. Yours excitedly, Crips. So once you've read that letter, like he said, he is located in the general store at the closest town. For me, because I'm in Valentine, he's at the Valentine General Store. And once you arrive at the Valentine General Store, this cutscene will happen.
She claimed to be royalty, but had a head the size of a pumpkin.
That must have been really something.
You made it, huh? Follow me. Now, like I said in my letter, we are going into business. I've been breaking down animals since I was knee-high to a splinter. And I worked as a tanner up in Wisconsin back in the 60s.
It's a very long story.
So I've got 3 words for you. Crips Trading Company. Pristine pelts and animal parts for bulk sale. I know the market's there. All I need is a partner. So I'm thinking you source the materials. Skins, plumes, horns, and the like. I'll clean them and prep them. Then you go out and make the sale. Hell, we might even eat well out of this for once, too. Wouldn't that be nice? Why are you still here with us?
Your provisions, Mr. Crips.
Yeah, all right. Pack the rest on there, will you? Now, with any opportunity comes risk. Competitors, thieves, me losing interest in the whole idea. But if we combine our talents, we'll be unstoppable. Now, I will require an initial modest investment, of course, startup costs and such like, but you'll recoup that as fast as you can say, "Hey, Crips, you handsome genius." So how about it? Are you in? My talents extend far beyond the harmonica, I can assure you. Now, you don't have to pay me right now, of course, but the sooner we're up and running, the better. I mean, I might be looking at the next Leviticus Cornwall here. Good. Now, you won't regret this, I promise. Now, I've already got hold of a small wagon and most of what we'll need in terms of initial supplies. If you can grab that and bring it back to camp, we'll get everything set up. This is gonna be fun. Come on.
Okay, so the opportunity he gave you there was to purchase a butcher table. Now, for us guys playing on PlayStation 4, becoming a trader is free. If you're on Xbox, that's going to cost you 15 gold bars. Now, you don't have to pay him immediately, but I did, and as soon as you do, it puts you on a sort of initial setup supply mission. So what you have to do is go to the location marked on the map. It's pretty straightforward. For me, it was this little cabin in the Grizzlies, and it's a wagon that's guarded by 2 people. So you have to take them out, and then you essentially just have to steal the wagon and deliver the supplies back to camp. It is very straightforward. It's also very similar to Grand Theft Auto Online as far as how that works. So once you get the wagon back to camp, another cutscene will occur, and Crips will tell you that you guys are up and running for business.
Well, what do you think? Crips Trading Company is officially up and running. So get out there and do some hunting. Time for us to make our fortune. I need some luxury and repose in my twilight years. If there's a fellow on this green earth that deserves a drink more than me today, I'd like to meet him. Anyway, don't let me keep you.
So once you've delivered the supplies, you are now officially a trader. So if you go over to the butcher's table, if you press triangle or Y, it will take you to the Crips Trading Company menu, where you can see there's basically 3 different things you have to monitor. your materials, your production, and your amount of goods. So your materials are carcasses and skins that are broken down into raw materials. And better quality items have a higher raw material value, so perfect and good are going to be the ones you go for. As you can see right now, I didn't have any. Now, at first, I didn't really know what production was, but it's sort of this invisible thing that allows you to produce the goods, turning the materials into goods. And that eventually decreases over time. Now, it is kind of hard to see when you run out, but if you have enough, it will say operational. And then you guys can see there, you have your goods. You can have 100 units of goods at a time. And there's 3 different sizes of wagons, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Small, medium, and large, with the small wagon capacity allowing you to hold 25. And you can see because we've just started, we obviously only have 0 goods. Now let's take a look at some of the things that you unlock as well. The tokens that you get, those blue octagon things, they allow you to unlock various items. So you can see there under Novice Trader, you can unlock the Fletcher saddle, which is a comfortable fringe saddle crafted specifically for traders. You can unlock the Monterey outfit, which is a full outfit to the style of traders. The Stew Pot, which unlocks stew recipes to boost cores. You can also unlock the Goodman gun belt. The Clad Ruber horses, these have black and white coats. You can also unlock the Filgary buckle, which looks pretty cool, and the hammer, which is a classic hard-hitting melee weapon. So those are the novice ones right there. Promising, you've got the Sunderland outfit. You've also got the medium delivery wagon, which allows you to hold 2 barrels for transport, so 50 total goods. You also get the weapon locker at your camp. You get a set of gloves, the Tapscott gloves. You also get the lance knife, and you can also get a trader camp theme, which does look pretty cool. As far as your established options go, you can get the Worthington outfit. You can also get another set of Clad Ruber horses in cremello and gray coats. You can get the Goodman holster, the hunting wagon, which allows you to carry multiple carcasses, hides, and pelts. I love that. The raw back ring, which is a exclusive ring for traders. The pump action shotgun variant. This is like a special design for traders, which looks pretty neat. The large delivery van, which allows you to carry 4 barrels of transport or 100 goods in total, and a new haircut option. And your distinguished rewards are the Tyringham outfit, which looks pretty neat. A new emote, which is called hat tipping. The dapple rose gray and silver coat for the Clad Rubers, and a pair of spectacles. The brass spectacles, which looks awesome, by the way. Like, how cool is that? So those are all your rewards right there for successfully getting through all 20 levels of being a trader. Now, let's get on to making money. And it's really as simple as it sounds. It all starts with collecting carcasses and pelts. Now, there are a few things that you need to be aware of here. Number 1, do not skin the animals. Crips will not accept skinned animals. So I know that's kind of a hard habit to break because I've always done that when I've been gathering goods in the past to bring them to the butcher. You skin them so that you can get more items. He only wants carcasses and pelts. So do not put a skinned carcass on the back of your horse or wagon and try and deliver it to Crips. It's not going to work. So no skinned carcasses and no fish, but everything else works. So antlers, tusks, pelts, skins, furs, everything like that, feathers, plumes that you can get from birds, all of that works. I should also add that he doesn't take meat as well. So you keep meat, fish, and the skinned carcasses you don't want to deliver to him. But everything else, it's pretty simple. You just want to go hunting like normal. By now, I'm sure you guys know what weapons are effective for hunting certain animals and how to collect the most items from them. And as Crip said, you want to bring him the most pristine carcasses and pelts. So you want to look for 3-star pelts. You want to look for more valuable items. The more valuable they are, the more it gets your materials up. So as you guys can see here, we start delivering some items to him, and our material ends up going up slowly but surely. Now, I'm sure this applies to all 3 of the different roles, but I found this to be interesting. Just because you unlock something with one of the tokens that you get doesn't necessarily mean you get it for free. Like this stew pot right here, I ended up unlocking, but if I wanted to get it for my camp, I have to pay $650 for it. So you don't get it automatically just because you unlock it. You have to unlock it, and then you also have to pay for it as well, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I guess that's the way Rockstar is going to operate here. Now, the next thing that you guys are probably going to fall in love with here, one of the upgrades that you can do to your camp right away, is you can get yourself a dog. How awesome is that? So right now there are 3 different breeds. You've got the American Foxhound, which is the cheapest. There's the Tan Brindle, black and white and black and tan for $275. You've got the Chesapeake Bay Retriever in dark brown, dead grass, and brown for $330. And the Labrador Retriever in yellow, black, and chocolate for $400. And you can also name the dog too, which is really, really cool. Now, the dog is there as your companion, but it will also serve as a warning for various raids that might happen at your camp. So that's pretty cool. And you can also pet the dog as well, which is quite nice. Now, moving on, when you run out of production, it'll look like this. It'll actually tell you that it has been halted. Now, in order to get more production, what you have to do is either order supplies or start a resupply mission. And you can order supplies for $20. We'll take a look at what a resupply mission looks like a little bit later on. But as you can also see there, we are ready to go. We are ready to sell. And there's 2 types of deliveries you can do. A local delivery, which is a lower risk but also lower payout. And there's a higher risk option that has you going farther away and is also more susceptible to being attacked by enemy players. And you guys can see there, the local delivery basically gives you $2.50 per good. And since we have 25 goods, that's $62.50. And basically what happens is it takes you through a little cutscene and you end up getting put directly onto the wagon where you have to deliver it to the location. Now, what's interesting about these deliveries is it's not as straightforward as going from point A to point B. When you arrive at point B, there's usually like a little firefight going on. So when I arrived at Bacchus Station, there was a bunch of enemies already shooting at each other, and you have to end up fighting off all the bandits. So it's not as easy as just going from point A to point B. There is a little bit of an extra side mission that you have to do once you get there. But once you've fended off all of the enemies, all you have to do is deliver the goods, and then you will be successfully paid with XP, Trader XP, and money. So it's pretty easy, I'm not going to lie. Again, that was the normal delivery option, the easier of the 2. And I was actually ready to try and sell again, but I realized that my production had actually run out as well. So this time, instead of ordering supplies, what I wanted to do was try to start a resupply mission. And basically how it worked is I was given a random animal to hunt. For me, it was the eastern wild turkey. And what I had to do was find the eastern wild turkey and then actually deliver it to this guy on the map. And once I had done that, he actually gave me some supplies in order to deliver. So basically what you do is you go out, you gather a wagon, and then you bring it back to your camp. And it gives you 20 units of materials. And I'm pretty sure that's the exact same equivalent of buying the supplies, although I'm not too sure. Because once you're at operational status, you can't buy any more supplies. You can only buy supplies or even start another resupply mission once they're either low or halted. So you can't really tell if you're running out or not. However, now that we have enough materials and we are operational with our production, I wanted to try a distant delivery. And the amount is 25% more than the local delivery. So 25% more of 62.5 is 78.12. So that is your distant delivery amount. Now, I will admit, you have to go a lot farther here when you are delivering this. Like, we had to go to Saint Denis. so it's a pretty long distance away. Now, once you get a certain distance on your route, there will be a notification that pops up on the screen that says your wagon is visible to rival traders. Now, I don't know if you have to have a trader camp established in order to see and steal the goods. All I know is I didn't really have anyone attack me at all. Now, I might have been lucky. I might have been in a pretty peaceful session. But for the most part, no one really bothered me on this journey. Now, the one tip that I can give you here is you're probably going to be very tempted in order to take shortcuts. And this doesn't necessarily apply to just the long deliveries, but I noticed that because I had to go all the way to Saint Denis, I wanted to hurry this up as quickly as possible. And I tried to go off-roading a little bit. I wouldn't recommend it. This little wagon is super susceptible to tipping over and breaking. And if that happens, the mission is essentially going to fail. You can see that the wagon has been destroyed, and I have lost a portion of the goods, but I can deliver the remaining goods to recover some of the sale. And I was going to try to do that, but the second I tried to do that, my game ended up crashing. So I'm pretty sure that was the game telling me, don't do that, just stay on the road. So fortunately, because my game crashed, I ended up not losing any of my supply, and I was able to basically try it again. And I'm telling you guys, these deliveries that take you inside the city are a little nervy because it's hard to maneuver like a wagon through tight city streets. But nevertheless, I was able to get it to the location. And just like the local deliveries, when you actually deliver it to the location, you're going to be met with some like local resistance, bandits, whatever the case is. You have to take them out, and once you've done that, you can then deliver the goods. And same thing there, you will be given XP, trader XP, money, and gold. So now let's talk about my overall experience as a trader. As far as the 3 roles go, I think it definitely requires the most work and the most upkeep because you consistently have to be monitoring your materials and your production. Now, production is a little bit easier because if you want, you can just order supplies. Yes, that will eat into your profits a little bit more, but it's something you don't have to go out and do. Like, you don't have to go fetch another mission. But as far as getting the supplies and the materials go, I mean, it is kind of tedious. You have to hunt the animals, and that does take a little bit of time. Now, some of you guys might not have any problem with that. You might have a lot of fun hunting, and so because of that, the trader role will kind of just come sort of naturally to you. But it is sort of difficult in that you have to upkeep your supply consistently. It's very similar to a GTA Online business goes. But at least from my experience so far, it's also been one of the most lucrative ways to make money in Red Dead Online. I'd say that the trader is probably the most profitable in terms of getting those big items in bulk. And you're only going to make more money as you're able to make bigger deliveries. Like, for example, I was limited to really 25 amount right there. Imagine if I could have sold all 100. That would have been, $200, $300, $400 per trip instead of 60 or 75. So as you upgrade the trader role, you will be able to basically improve the way your business makes money. Overall, though, it's pretty enjoyable. I haven't had any of the raids on my camp quite yet. If I do get one of those, I'll let you know what happens there. But that is essentially how you start up becoming a trader. And it's pretty easy. Like, it's just deliver items from point A to point B and make money. And it's a pretty easy way to become rich. And for me, at least, there was no startup fee. Because I'm on the PlayStation 4, I didn't have to pay anything, which is really awesome. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. For those of you that have started up the trader role in Red Dead Online, what has your experience been like so far? Have you had the same success as me? Do you find it to be tedious? Do you find it enjoyable? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And remember to subscribe if you guys are new or you want to stay up to date on all the latest Red Dead Redemption 2 Frontier Pursuits DLC videos that I'm going to be doing here on my channel over the next couple of days and over the next couple of weeks. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.